Hello, Internet. My name's Jules, and today is Tea Day. So, let's see. I live in Denver, Colorado, and there's an awesome queer community here. And that community has actually been a big part of me discovering my gender and going on the gender journey that has led me to decide to go on low dose tea. And it's funny because I was curious about low dose tea for the past several months, probably the majority of this year, and here it is December. And then all of a sudden, within the past couple months, I slowly started considering it more seriously. And then just within the past probably 4 weeks, it's like, yeah, this is something I think I want to do. Did some research on YouTube actually, and found some really moving stories about other folks' experience with gender dysphoria and both, physical body dysphoria and social dysphoria, and realized I know that I have known that I don't have much in the way of body dysphoria, for which I'm grateful. Yeah, I like my body. But I do have social dysphoria, and that became clear summer of last year, so almost 18 months ago. And yeah, I guess it's just really awesome to know that there are other people out there who identify as queer and non-binary and or genderqueer, and that you can be non-binary and trans and figure out what is your balance. This is something that I'm working on figuring out, and what actually is leading me to try low dose tea is, what's that balance between my internal gender identity and how others perceive me on the outside in public when I'm not in a queer space. And so, I decided, I'm not a big body mod person, and I'm kind of skeevy on biology stuff and anatomy stuff and physiology and all that jazz. But, for a little while I've been thinking it would be nice to have a lower voice. And then more recently, it might be nice to have more masculine features. But ultimately, it would be really nice to just not get ladied so much, not get miss, ma'am, lady, yeah, all that stuff. And to actually, I do get sir, maybe, I don't know, 10% of the time, 10% of the time. But it would be nice for that ratio of lady and sir, or ma'am and sir, to even out a little more. I don't think that I really want to pass as male all the time, but I wouldn't mind passing as male more often than I currently do. It would be nice in an ideal world to be recognized as non-binary, genderqueer, androgynous is really what I'm hoping to get out of doing tea. And so I guess we'll see what happens. And I'm really not a YouTuber, but I think that it's important for those of us who identify as non-binary, who identify as genderqueer outside of the binary in whatever way to tell our stories. And so I thought that I would tell my story. So yeah, I got my first T shot today, and I have an awesome partner because I hate needles. And we're doing intramuscular. The clinic, doctor's office that I go to is very trans knowledgeable and trans friendly, and like my doctor used my pronouns on Friday, and that felt awesome. I use they, them, theirs, in case you're wondering. And yeah, so they're very trans friendly, but they are apparently very much proponents of intramuscular injections rather than subcutaneous. So that's the route we're going to go. I have a 3-month supply of needles and syringes, and my blood work came back just fine, and so here we go. I guess I'll check back in after my next shot or two, doing every half a milligram every week. Apparently, what I've heard from friends who are on low-dose T is that, getting your shot every week as opposed to every other week can help potentially to kind of make the emotional imbalances that result from the hormone changes to kind of, as my doctor put it, have fewer valleys and troughs, or fewer hills and troughs, something like that. In any case, yeah. I'm Jules. I use they, them, theirs, and this is my first day on T.